Glenwild, October 1st, for biweekly maintenance. Did quite a bit of cut down here today. Eric essentially told us to disregard all leaves and debris. They're gonna have some of their crew come through and do that later in the week because they're having a wedding this weekend. So we really just focused on plants, didn't really worry about surfaces. So you might see some leaves in this video. We cut down most of the black-eyed Susans to new growth. Some of them, the underlying leaves look really terrible, so we just cut it basically down to the ground. But salvia down to the ground. Any remaining penstemon. These black-eyed Susans over here that are kind of sad, I guess, east-facing. These looked a little better, so we just deadheaded them. Cut down some black-eyed Susans up there. Cut down all the columbine. We cut down yarrow. Kind of hand raked up, areas that we did cut down. Kind of trimmed up some of the catmint. The Russian sage is still looking really good, so we didn't disturb that. Over in this area by the front door, we deadheaded all the geraniums, cut down some of the lilies. The annuals are still popping, so happy to see that. Over in here, we basically cut down all of the aster. We had previously cut down the lilies, but yeah, not much remaining over here. Just basically shrubs. But moving along, next visit we can probably cut down these irises as well as the daisies, and then assess the catmint. We got a lot of it trimmed over here, and we've kind of been working on this for a couple weeks, so it's looking pretty good right now, but it'll probably be fried when temps go into the 20s next week. Front planters and hanging baskets are looking really good still. Some of the salvia is getting droopy. I'm not sure if, they're kind of dry. I'm not sure if they shut off the water, but it's also been getting cold at night up here, so could be a combination of the two. But everything else still has really great color. Moving along towards the patio, cut down all the aster in here, raked it all out. Some remaining catmint, some shrubs. We cut down pretty much all perennials except for grasses. Over in this area, there was some bluebell and salvia and some other stuff that was just looking horrible, so cut it all to the ground or to new growth. So less of an eyesore. Planters are definitely starting to look a little rougher out here, but there's still color, so we got them deadheaded best we could, and hopefully we can hang on for at least another couple weeks here. Moving down the stairs, we basically cut everything to the ground. It wasn't a shrub in these two little terrace beds, 3 terrace beds. We also went up and down these beds and cut down basically all non-grass perennials. We cut down pretty much everything in this little strip, as well as over here, keeping some of that aster and the dianthus, but the big irises and whatnot came down. Over in here, lavender still has a little bit of color, so we left it, but that'll probably need to be deadheaded next visit. Cut down, remaining black-eyed Susans and daisies to new growth, irises, so on and so forth. Left the peonies because they still look pretty good. Nice autumnal shade. Up by the tee box, we don't have to do a lot. We basically cut down black-eyed Susans that were fried, as well as some Veronica. And yeah, just kind of selectively cutting down perennials that didn't look too good. This circle, we didn't get to it last time, so we basically cut the whole thing down, with the exception of the dogwoods and the grasses. But all the other perennials basically got cut down to new growth. Move towards the pool. In here, cut down daisies to new growth. A lot of the other stuff was cut down last visit. Cut down irises. Cleaned up some of the heuchera. Over in here, these planters by the hot tub are probably looking the worst of our planters. I think it gets coldest down here. I think they're bone dry too. So I did not get a chance to grab Eric or Jacob and let them know. But yeah, these, you know, probably are going to need some water if they're going to survive here. Deadheaded the black-eyed Susans in here. We also cut down in this back corner pretty much all the columbine. It's just starting to turn color and look bad, so we cut all that down. We didn't really do anything over here. It was pretty much debris cleanup, and Eric told us to stand down on that. Over in this area, we cut down a lily over here that was starting to flop over. We cut down columbine. This area, over here, we picked out some runners. There were some weeds in here that we hadn't seen previously, so we got those taken care of. Left grasses and dianthus upright. We got this strip weeded out. We actually got to this bed as well, and basically cut down irises, cut down columbine, and did a little bit of runner cleanup. We pruned back this willow, and then basically cut down some of the catmint over there, as well as irises, and right now we're just get the pine cones all cleaned up under this tree, and that is Glenwild. The next portion of the video will be silent, basically just going over the North Range bed, where we basically just cut down all the perennials, left dogwoods, left grasses, and a couple lupin that still looked really green. But yep, you'll see that. And then we also did the road beds out front, and I do have a video portion for that. We also took care of these beds up by the road, deadheading geraniums, lupin, leaving the tall grasses. They're really pretty right now. Some of these geraniums are probably done blooming, but still look pretty good. This side seems to look better than the other side, but looking strong. We're also cutting back, kind of in the process of doing so right now, the salvia and irises from this whole area. So cutting all that down. Looking good though.